how do you see this workforce to benefit from nutrition programs in these? So first thing is, how do you look at this workforce, the definition of workforce, and their nutrition components in this times? So that's the question for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Saroj, and thank you so much, your organization, for organizing this novel discussion during novel coronavirus time. I compliment. And another important is, this is also very important day today. Today is World Hunger Day. I think we are right at the right moment. Before answering your question, let me share a few of my thoughts. And we all of us know that increasing evidence suggests malnutrition increases susceptibility to infections, and infectious diseases also cause malnutrition, resulting in a vicious cycle of poverty, morbidity, and mortality. And every disaster has a differential impact, differential vulnerability, and disaster compounds the poverty. In this case, this pandemic infection has compounded the malnutrition in India, and not only in India, across the globe. All of us know that there is a power of good nutrition. It is linked to growth, productivity, demographic dividend, good health. So the workforce we are talking, they certainly need growth, they need good health for productivity and better dividend. There are evidences which suggest that every rupee we invest on nutrition, it gives an average return of rupees 16. So every $1 gives a return of around $16. There are another research which tells that 1% loss in adult height due to stunting can reduce productivity by 1.4%, and eliminating anemia can increase adult productivity by 5 to 17%. And large number of workforce we are talking are also anemic. I'm going to share how India stands today vis-a-vis to other geographies. In India, as per the Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey, 35% children are stunted, but in Germany it is only 1%. Australia, it is wasting is 0, but in India it is 17%. But another important is wasting also increased between National Family Health Survey 3 and 4 within a 10-year period. The more important is about anemia, which is directly linked to workforce nutrition. There are 53% women in their reproductive age are anemic, but in US it is 11%. So those people who are anemic today and those people who have micronutrient deficiency, certainly they will find it difficult to give you productivity, whether it is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program or any industrial production. The more important thing I want to highlight in today's discussion about the micronutrient deficiency. Most recently, India also conducted the Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey, which was conducted between 2016 and 18, but came out few months back. It tells about the grave situation about the micronutrient deficiency, which is linked to morbidity and in some cases mortality. So the vitamin A deficiency is 18% among preschool children. Vitamin D deficiency is also around 24% among the adolescents, and most of these adolescents also are in workforce. Then there is also deficiency about zinc. There is also deficiency about other micronutrient, which has a large bearing on workforce nutrition and the workforce productivity. But more important thing I want to bring to the table, how India, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, brought out a National Nutrition Mission, which is called Poshan Abhijan, which is a target-driven program which came out in 2018. This has the mandate to reduce stunting, undernutrition, and low birth weight by 2% per annum, anemia by 3% per annum, and also Poshan Abhijan or National Nutrition Mission has a target to reduce stunting from 38.4% to 25% by the year 2022. So what I wanted to tell, India is really recognizing the issues of malnutrition. India has started recognizing the issues of micronutrient malnutrition, which can result in low productivity. So that is a good sign for us, all of us. Specifically related to your workforce nutrition, I think we are talking about workforce which are in organized and inorganized sector. We are also talking about nutrition workforce who are part of the formal and informal sector. But whether they are either informal or informal, but they are governed by some legislation in India, whether it is Contract Labor Act or Minimum Wages Act, or it is a Factory Act, but every workforce is governed by a law. So we need to take advantage of that. Let me articulate based on my experience in working on garment workers program when I was in GAIN, Bangladesh. What goals for workforce nutrition, but in that case, it was more workforce at industrial workers, but it is also applicable to other informal sector workers also. I think it talks about productivity. It talks about collective bargaining. If we invest nutrition for the workforce or industrial worker, definitely collective bargaining will increase and productivity will increase. And in Bangladesh, our target was productivity by 10%. Then decreased prevalence of anemia and micronutrient malnutrition, which will reduce illness, disease, and multiple infections. It can reduce absenteeism, increase completed day. It can create a better enabling environment. For example, wherever we introduced workforce nutrition agenda in the industry, so the daycare centers came up, early childhood development focus came up, and Ministry of Labor also, along with Ministry of Health and Nutrition, brought out supportive policies and improved convergence also happened. It also increased dietary diversity, increase in wash practices, and more important is whenever we are talking about workforce nutrition, let me tell you, we need to talk about workforce nutrition for the people who are part of the workforce and who are also part of the and also their children. So we cannot separate children from the workforce. So that is another dimension I want to bring. Based on my experience in India and other countries, so I think India's Poshan Abhiyan, National Nutrition Mission, need to mainstream workforce nutrition. They should recognize the power of workforce nutrition, how it can increase productivity, demographic dividend, and growth, industrial growth. And pandemic infection management and nutrition surveillance system should work together. And there has to be better convergence. And nutrition should be mainstreamed in entire life cycle of pandemic.
Vasanthi, I will just request you that we have the next questions lined up. So we will come to on these topics. So coming back to the thought, thank you so much for sharing this